Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Ting and I help you learn Chinese in a simple and practical way. Today, we're going to learn a very common Chinese expression, yíhuìr. You probably know it means a little while, but did you know it actually has two different grammar functions? Sometimes it describes how long an action lasts. Other times it means something will happen soon. Native speakers use yíhuìr every day, so understanding it will make your Chinese much more natural. I'll explain everything clearly in English with simple Chinese examples. You can also turn on subtitles and choose your preferred language. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, and welcome to today's explainer. If you're currently learning Chinese and looking to sound a bit more natural, you are in the exact right place. Today we're mastering an incredibly useful little phrase that native speakers use all the time.
Absolutely. We are looking at yíhuìr. It essentially means a little while or shortly. Think of it as a fundamental building block for expressing really short amounts of time in your everyday Chinese conversations. It's super common and honestly a real game changer once you get the hang of it.
So here is our game plan for today. First, we'll meet our target word, then we'll look at what happens when you place it after a verb, and then what happens when it goes before a verb.
Right. And after that, we'll test your new skills with some quick practice and wrap the whole thing up with a summary. Let's dive right in.
Section 1. Let's officially meet yíhuìr.
Whenever you need someone to wait just a brief moment, or you're doing something for just a second, this is your go-to word. But the real trick to sounding like a native speaker isn't just knowing the word itself, it's knowing exactly where it lives in a sentence.
Which brings us to Section 2, verb plus yíhuìr. This first grammatical rule is all about showing the duration of an action.
Okay, so in strict grammar terms, when yíhuìr comes after a verb, it acts as a temporal complement. But honestly, simply put, it just means you're doing an action for a little while. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to sleep for a bit, read for a bit, maybe play for a bit, you just state the action first and then attach yíhuìr right out to the end of it. Let's look at a real-world example.
Here's our first sentence. 我想再看一会书.
I want to read for a little while longer.
Let's break that down nice and slow for the beginners out there. The verb kan, which means to look or to read, comes first. Then we immediately follow it with 一会. Kan, 一会. Read for a little while. It's just a really natural, everyday way to express that you want a few more minutes with your book.
Totally. Now let's imagine two friends outside in a freezing snowstorm. I'll be the freezing friend. 雪下得越来越大了，我们回去吧. The snow is getting heavier. Let's go back.
And I'll be the stubborn friend. 再玩一会儿吧. Let's play for a little while longer.
Notice the verb here is one, meaning to play. Adding yíhuìr right after it perfectly captures that feeling of wanting to extend the fun just a tiny bit longer, even if you are literally shivering. So if you take away anything from this first part, it's this. Rule 1, action plus yíhuìr means you do that action for a bit longer or just for a short duration. Lock that formula in your mind and you are already halfway to mastering this lesson.
All right, Section 3, yíhuìr plus a verb. Now, this is where things get really interesting, because the position of our target word changes entirely. And guess what? So does the meaning.
Right. When we place yíhuìr before the verb, it acts as an adverbial of time. Instead of telling us how long an action lasts, it now tells us when an action is going to happen.
Exactly. It means the action will happen shortly or in the very near future. You're basically pointing forward in time. Let's see how this plays out in a professional setting.
Picture an office at the end of the day. I'm the manager. 再见，一会儿你离开的时候，记得关灯. Goodbye. When you leave in a little while, remember to turn off the lights.
And I'm the employee packing up. 好的，经理，明天见.
Okay, manager, see you tomorrow. Now, there are some bigger vocabulary words in there, but just focus right on the middle. 一会儿离开. 一会儿 comes before the verb 离开, which means to leave. The manager isn't saying it will take the employee a short time to actually walk out the door. She's saying the act of leaving will happen shortly.
Let's look at another scenario. Two friends are meeting up. I'm waiting at the door. 喂，我在门口等你呢. Hey, I'm waiting for you at the door.
And I'm running super late, totally out of breath. 对不起，我刚从地铁站出来，你再等我5分钟. Sorry, I just ran out of the subway. Wait 5 more minutes.
To which I calmly reply, 好，一会儿见. Okay, see you in a little while. Listen, this is a phrase you will hear every single day in Chinese. 一会儿 comes right before 见, the verb to see. Okay, let's lock this second rule in. Rule 2, yíhuìr plus an action means the event is happening very soon. It is literally right around the corner. Let's just put these two concepts side by side so you can really see the difference. For duration, the action comes first.
看一会儿书,
read for a bit.
But for timing, the time comes first. 一会儿见, see you soon. The position changes the whole shebang.
All right, section 4. Let's practice. We're going to figure these out together. We'll explore a few quick scenarios, and I want you to mentally fill in the blanks using yíhuìr. You ready?
Here is our first setup. 跑了1个小时，有点累了，我们 We ran for an hour, we're a bit tired, let's rest for a little while.
Okay, let's puzzle this out. The verb for rest is 休息. Since we're talking about the duration of the resting, we know the action goes first. So it's 休息一会儿.
Nailed it. Verb first, then the time. 我们休息一会儿, let's rest for a little while.
Let's try another one. 你们 blank 我很快就到. You guys blank I will arrive very soon.
So if we want them to wait for a short duration, how do we build that structure?
Well, the verb for wait is tung.
And since it's a short duration, the verb goes first again?
你们等一会儿. You guys wait for a little while. Really great job.
Now let's try a quick dialogue. Person B says, 我5分钟以后要去学校上课. I'm going to school for class in 5 minutes. So what did person A ask them? They probably asked, what are you doing in a little while? The verb is 做, meaning to do. Since we are asking about an action happening in the near future, where does yíhuìr go?
It goes right before the verb. So the question is, 你一会儿做什么? What are you doing shortly?
Okay, last practice. Person A asks, 请问王老师在吗? Excuse me, is Teacher Wang here?
And person B answers, 你等一等, 他, wait a moment, he, blank. We want to say he will return shortly. The verb here is 回来, to return.
Since returning is the action happening in the near future, we use our second rule. 他一会儿回来. He will return shortly. Excellent work.
Section 5, Summary and Preview. Honestly, a huge congratulations on making it through that practice. Keep this up and you'll be sounding like a native speaker in no time.
Let's do one final quick recap of what we just covered. There are 2 distinct ways to use yíhuìr. If you place it after the verb, you are talking about duration. The action lasts for a little while.
But if you place it before the verb, you are talking about the future. The action is happening shortly. It's a simple flip, but it brilliantly illustrates just how logical and practical Chinese grammar can be.
Now, to keep your learning momentum going, here's a quick tease for our next explainer. We'll be looking at the adverb 该. 该 is very often used after a time phrase to indicate that an action happened, but not earlier than a particular time. It basically means something happened late. Exactly. So words indicating time usually appear right before it. Join us next time to see exactly how to use it, especially for those times when your friends keep you waiting. Keep studying, and we'll see you shortly.
一会见.
Great job finishing today's lesson. Now you know the 2 most important uses of yíhuìr in Chinese. You can use it to describe a short duration or talk about something that will happen soon. This is a very common expression that native speakers use every day. If you'd like personalized speaking practice and feedback, you can book a trial lesson through my Preply link in the description. If this lesson helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. In the next lesson, we'll learn cai and how Chinese speakers express that something happens later than expected. See you next time.